Welcome to Digimasters Shorts. We are your hosts, Adam Nagus
and Carly Wilson, delivering the latest scoop from the digital realm.
Microsoft is set to give Windows 11 users more flexibility with the Copilot key found on newer laptops and keyboards. The company has confirmed in a support document that an update later this year will allow the key to be remapped to function as either the right control key or the context menu key. The change follows complaints from users who rely on the right control key for keyboard shortcuts and assistive technologies, including screen readers. Without a right-side control key, certain one-handed shortcuts become difficult or impossible, creating workflow and accessibility challenges. Previously, Microsoft allowed the Copilot key to be reassigned to open Windows search or certain apps, but options remained limited and excluded third-party applications. Restoring the right control function is seen as a significant accessibility improvement, especially for users who depend on key combinations involving the arrow keys or other right-side inputs. The option to map the key to the context menu will also revive functionality that existed on many keyboards before the Copilot key replaced it. While advanced remapping is possible through Microsoft's PowerToys utility, many users have called for broader customization to be built directly into Windows 11. The move is part of Microsoft's wider effort to refine the Windows 11 experience, amid lingering skepticism over the original introduction of the Copilot key. Some users have even suggested that telemetry data may have shown the key was widely avoided.
At this year's Google I/O keynote, the company signaled it wants to do far more than return search results, aiming instead to handle nearly every digital task from a single search box. The iconic Google bar will now dynamically expand as users type and offer AI-powered suggestions that go beyond traditional autocomplete. In search results, AI mode can generate custom pages with summaries, interactive visuals, and personalized layouts instead of the familiar list of links. Users will also be able to create information agents to track things like sneaker releases or apartment listings directly from search. Gemini is receiving major upgrades, including daily briefs that pull from Gmail and Calendar, as well as custom AI agents built through a feature called Gemini Spark. Google's broader push into what it calls personal intelligence aims to use data across its apps to tailor responses more precisely. In Workspace, users can rely on AI to draft emails, summarize inboxes, generate documents, and build to-do lists, while a new universal cart tracks purchases across Google platforms. YouTube is testing an AI-driven results page, and upcoming Gemini Omni models promise to generate video and other media from mixed prompts. The shift suggests Google no longer wants to simply point users to information, but to answer, create, and act on their behalf. Critics warn that if AI-generated answers reduce traffic to publishers and creators, the broader web ecosystem Google depends on could erode, raising concerns about accuracy, sustainability, and the future of online discovery. A major Pizza Hut franchisee is suing the company, claiming its rollout of an AI-based delivery system triggered operational chaos and $100 million in losses. Chack Pizza Northeast, which operates more than 100 locations across several states, alleges the mandatory Dragontail system caused cascading breakdowns after its implementation in 2024. Before the switch, more than 90% of its deliveries reportedly arrived within 30 minutes. The lawsuit claims the new system led to slower delivery times, colder food, and declining customer satisfaction. It also alleges that DoorDash drivers could see when pizzas were scheduled to exit the oven and would wait to collect multiple orders, delaying deliveries further. Chack says sales plummeted after the rollout, with New York City locations dropping from over 10% positive growth to nearly 10% negative growth year over year. The franchisee accuses Pizza Hut of forcing stores to continue using the system despite worsening performance metrics. Pizza Hut's parent company, Yum Brands, says it is reviewing the lawsuit and will respond through appropriate legal channels. The case emerges as Yum plans to close 250 underperforming restaurants nationwide and conducts a broader strategic review of the Pizza Hut brand.
Google and Volvo have announced that Gemini will soon gain access to external cameras in the upcoming EX60 SUV, giving the AI assistant the ability to see and interpret the car's surroundings. The feature, revealed at Google's I/O conference, is enabled by Volvo's use of Android Automotive as its operating system. Google says one of the first uses will be translating complex parking signs and explaining local parking rules. Gemini is also expected to recall road signs, interpret lane markings, and answer questions about nearby landmarks or restaurants. The system could inform drivers how long they can park, whether permits are required, and what restrictions apply. The upgrade relies not only on Gemini, but also on the EX60's onboard computing, powered by Qualcomm's Snapdragon system on a chip, and its over-the-air update capabilities. Google says the added visual awareness will also enhance maps, introducing immersive navigation with 3D rendered routes that resemble real-world conditions. With camera access, navigation directions may become more conversational, referencing visible landmarks instead of just street names. While the technology promises convenience, its accuracy will be critical, as mistakes in reading parking signs could lead to fines or towing.
Thank you for listening to today's AI and Tech News Podcast summary. Please do leave us a comment, and for additional feedback, please email us at podcast@digimasters.co.uk. You can now follow us on Instagram and Threads by searching for @Digimaster Shorts or search for Digimasters on LinkedIn. Be sure to tune in tomorrow, and don't forget to follow or subscribe.